But yeah. Are we ready?
All right. Good afternoon. If we could start the streaming of our meeting, I'd like to call our meeting to order. This meeting is a special called meeting today on September 30th at 4 o'clock of the Scott County Fiscal Court. This meeting is being hosted at the Scott County Courthouse, 101 East Main Street. It is being streamed live on the Scott County Fiscal Court YouTube page. At this time, I'd like to ask Stacy Hamilton to call our meeting, call the roll for our meeting.
Okay, Mr. Hostetler?
Present.
Mr. Lyons? Mr. Wallace?
Here.
Mr. Corman?
Here.
Mr. Ellison? Mr. Burke?
Here.
Mr. Livingston? Mr. Marshall?
Here.
Judge Covington?
Here. So with that said, I would like to welcome a guest that we have, Ethan Wallace, to lead us in the pledge today.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Wallace, thank you. All right.
What about that? The president giving out.
Now,
Yeah.
with that said, we've called this special called meeting. I appreciate your flexibility for being here. We've talked about this opportunity on several occasions, and the Transportation Alternatives Program, the grant funding cycle window opened up in August, and it was quite a quick turnaround. And with deadlines, today is the deadline for us to approve it. We've been working, Kim Rice, I'd like to personally recognize her and call her to the podium. Kim has been working quite a bit to put this application together, and has worked quite a bit. And we've met with a group from Lexington. That included some of our own community members and representatives of the Lexington City Council. They're very interested in this project as well. We have coordinated with state officials at the Kentucky Department of Transportation to review our data and application, and we're excited about the prospects of this opportunity. So I'm going to turn it over to Kim to share the specifics, and this is very similar to the grant that we've that was submitted previously several years ago, and we're hoping the second time is the charm. So Kim, I'll let you share.
Sure. This grant was previously applied for in 2014 by the City of Georgetown, and it was done together with Lexington-Fayette Urban County government, and they separated the two applicants and just took the Lexington-Fayette Urban County government application, which brought the Legacy Trail to the Scott County line. And as you know, within the horse park, it stops right at the Scott County line. So the purpose of this grant application is to bring it from that point to the roundabout that's going in place right now with Anderson Communities at Lyle Road Soccer Complex, and to allow all the amenities that are consistent with the way the Legacy Trail has been brought through Lexington. The intention is to use a project that's already in the works with Scott County Fiscal Court for the Lyle Road Soccer Complex to use as our match, partial of the concessions building, partial of the parking lot, and the trailhead. And the total project is going to be about $2.7 million. The requested funds from the federal government, which is an 80% federal funding, is $2,232,224.11. Yes, it's that specific. The match under the application is considered cash because the way it's either property or cash. And so Scott County Fiscal Court's contribution is $558,056.02. And like I said, we're using the construction of the concessions building, part of the concessions building, part of the parking lot, and the trailhead, which is already a planning project in the works.
A much-needed project on its own. But if this grant could be awarded, then it would be just a great, the synergy between the two projects would be very good.
Does anybody have any questions? The total length of the trail to that point is 11,200 feet, and it's 12 feet wide with shoulders.
What questions does any court member have in regards to the consideration of the approval of this grant application?
I've got one, Judge.
Yes, sir.
And it's really the same concern I've always had is, so that will still be using that tunnel that.
Yes, sir.
Is there a name for that?
Underpass?
Yeah, it is, but I mean, does it have a?
Not that I'm aware of.
We can name it.
But
Well,
in
No, it's-
conversations,
It's
Rick,
not, is it private?
no, it's not private. It's public.
state-owned.
It's state-owned.
That's what I was looking for.
It's state-owned, and, from what's been shared with me at that meeting we had in Lexington, that lights and even a stop arm can be installed.
Well, see, that was the concern about.
Yes.
Someone's going, mainly that thing, I think, is used to drive back into that farm.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know, do they potentially use that for getting on the back of the horse part? Because.
No, it's used,
I don't know that answer.
Not typically, no. Typically they.
Could they?
They could.
I mean, I think their
Yes.
property comes back there.
yeah, but right now, it's not used as a primary exit or
Mainly
entrance.
primary for that farm and all
Yeah.
that operation.
Yeah.
That was always my concern. If we didn't have that protected, just that one time that somebody's in that tunnel and somebody pulls in there,
But
with a vehicle.
the flashing light and the potential of a stop arm, where you push a button on the other side, it activates the light and the stop arm potentially. And then as you go through, it times out and raises.
I'd like to
I
make a
think-
comment on that too, if I could.
Yes, sir, Kelly.
So, as someone who's used the Legacy Trail a lot in the past, and also used to ride on the roads a lot, really, when you think about the safety for citizens, when you ride out on the roads, you have 50 of those places you come in and have to navigate. Stop signs, intersections, stoplights. And so what's great about the Legacy Trail, of course, you probably know where it crosses main roads in Lexington. They've got lights and whatever, but it's a whole lot safer to have a bike route that only has one or two spots where you really need to stop and kind of pay attention especially. But I think for safety reasons, it's a real win. But that's my comment.
At the last time, was flashing lights discussed, Rick?
I don't think so, but.
For
it-
sure,
it-
flashing lights.
it could have
I
been,
think a
but-
stop arm could be used if needed.
Yeah, well, that's even an added safety feature, but with Kelly's comments, which I appreciate, which kind of gives another little incentive as a safety issue on the other side, keeps them off the main highways, and so I'll make that motion.
There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Second from Chad Wallace. Any other questions or comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Is there a motion for adjournment?
So moved.
So moved. Second by Bill Burt. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned. See you in the morning. Thank you.
Hey, I'm probably gonna be zooming.
Thanks,
That's
Kelly.
fine.